The shrill chime of the doorbell sliced through the midnight hush at 3 a.m., yanking me from a fitful sleep like a knife to the gut. My heart hammered as I stumbled out of bed, the cold hardwood floor biting into my bare feet, while Sarah stirred beside me, murmuring groggily. The house felt unnaturally still, shadows pooling in the hallway like spilled ink, and outside, rain pattered against the windows in erratic bursts. Who the hell rings a bell at this hour? I thought, my mind foggy with dread, peering through the peephole to see a silhouette under the porch light. A tall man in a soaked jacket, his face obscured by the downpour. "Babe," he called out, his voice muffled but insistent through the door. "You left your purse in my car last night. Open up." The word babe hung in the air like poison, twisting my stomach into knots. Sarah? My Sarah. The woman who'd vowed forever in that sunlit ceremony 5 years ago? I froze, hand on the knob, a wave of nausea crashing over me. Denial surged first. Maybe he had the wrong house, a mix-up in the storm. But then Sarah bolted upright in bed, her eyes wide with panic, whispering, "Don't answer it, Jake. It's nothing." Her voice cracked, laced with something sharper than sleep. Fear? Guilt? I turned the lock anyway, the click echoing like a gunshot in my skull. The door creaked open, revealing him. Mid-30s, sharp jawline shadowed by stubble, water dripping from his dark hair onto the welcome mat. He held a familiar leather purse, hers, the one with the silver clasp I'd bought her for our anniversary. "Sarah?" he said, peering past me, his tone casual, almost affectionate, as if this were normal. My blood ran cold. The air thickened with the scent of wet earth and his cologne. Something musky and foreign invading our home. "Who the fuck are you?" I growled, stepping forward, my fists clenching at my sides. Inside, confusion warred with a budding rage. How did he know her name? "Why, babe?" Sarah appeared behind me then, her nightgown clinging damply from the humidity, face pale under the hallway light. "Mark, what are you doing here?" she hissed, snatching the purse from his hand. Her fingers brushed his, a fleeting touch that sent a jolt through me, electric with unspoken history. Mark smirked faintly, eyes flicking to me with a mix of pity and defiance. "Just returning what's yours, babe. We wouldn't want Jake finding out the hard way." The door slammed shut behind him, but his words lingered, festering. Sarah spun on me, her breath quick and shallow. "He's an old friend from work. Drunk, probably. Forget it." But her eyes darted away, avoiding mine, and that lie tasted bitter on my tongue even as I swallowed it. We retreated to bed, the mattress sagging under our silence, but sleep evaded me. My mind replayed the scene. The ease in his voice, the purse she'd left somewhere she shouldn't have. Love twisted into doubt. Had our quiet evenings, her late meetings, been a facade? I rationalized. Stress from her job, my long hours ignoring her needs. Yet anger simmered, hot and unbidden, imagining her laughter in his car, bodies entangled while I slaved away. Dawn crept in gray and unforgiving. The rain now a relentless drum against the roof. Sarah rose early, brewing coffee with forced normalcy, her hands trembling as she handed me a mug. The steam carried hints of vanilla, her favorite, but today it soured in my throat. "Last night was weird, huh?" I probed, voice steady despite the storm inside. She nodded too quickly, stirring her cup obsessively. "Yeah, Mark's harmless. We grabbed drinks after a team thing. I forgot the purse." Drinks. Team thing. The words felt rehearsed, and a red flag waved subtly. Why not mention it before? Why the pet name? My heart ached with layered denial. I loved her fire, her kindness, the way she'd nursed me through illness. Betrayal couldn't fit that puzzle. Days blurred into a slow unraveling. I'd catch her phone buzzing at odd hours, screen lighting her face with secretive glows. Once glimpsing over her shoulder, I saw a text. "Missed you last night, babe. Same time soon." Heart pounding, I confronted her in the kitchen, the scent of garlic from dinner masking the tension. "Who's Mark really?" She deflected with tears. "Just a colleague flirting harmlessly. You're paranoid, Jake." Her voice broke, revealing cracks, guilt flickering in her eyes, mingled with resentment. "You've been distant. Work consumes you. Was it my fault?" Moral conflict gnawed. Had I pushed her away, making his advances understandable, if not excusable? He wasn't a villain, just a man filling voids I'd left, charismatic and attentive, as she'd once described in vague stories. Suspense built like thunderheads. I tailed her one evening, heart in my throat, the city's neon haze blurring my windshield. She met him at a dimly lit bar, their laughter piercing the din as I watched from shadows, the clink of glasses and murmur of patrons amplifying my isolation. They leaned close, her hand on his knee, a betrayal unfolding in fragments. Rage boiled, but confusion held me back. Love whispered forgiveness, fear of loneliness paralyzing. Home alone, I rifled her purse, lipstick smudged, a hotel keycard tucked in a side pocket. Shattered trust crumbled like dry earth, guilt flooding me for doubting. Yet anger at her deception burned brighter. The confrontation erupted that night. She walked in flushed, smelling of wine and him. "Tell me everything," I demanded, voice raw, tears stinging. She collapsed onto the couch, sobs racking her frame. "It started months ago. You were gone so much," he listened. I felt alive. Her confession spilled. Passionate nights, stolen moments, his promises of more. Heartbreak clawed my chest. I saw our life fracturing, love tainted by her choices. Denial shattered into fury. "How could you?" But her eyes held complexity, regret, not malice, a woman torn between comfort and thrill. Then the twist. As she begged forgiveness, my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Jake, it's Mark. Sarah didn't tell you? The purse was a setup. She's not the cheater. You are. Remember Lisa from the office?" My world inverted. Flashbacks hit. My own affair, brief and buried. Guilt I'd rationalized away. Sarah had known. Waited for this reckoning. The doorbell man? Her ally in exposing my hypocrisy. Stunned, reflective, I stared at her. Betrayal's mirror reflecting my own moral gray. Trust irreparably shattered. Yet in the ruins, a haunting truth. We'd both wandered, both humanly flawed. The rain outside swelled again, washing away illusions, leaving only raw, aching possibility.